Welcome to the Dead Bedroom Revival podcast. My name is Corey, your host, and today it's going to be an interesting episode because I'm speaking directly to women, and from the analytics, there is women that actually listen to this podcast. So thank you very much for listening. But I'm curious because there's a question I got, and it was regarding how a woman can survive a sexless marriage. And I'm not sure if it's sexless marriage as in the husband is got low libido, or the woman is got low libido but it's a sexless marriage and the husband wants more sex and she doesn't know how to deal with this. So I'm going to try and answer both, and then hopefully I can help both men and women with this. When it comes to women, the reasons why they have low libido is vast. So from personal experience, in terms of people I've spoken to, a lot of it, I think the two major ones is the ability to cope with anxiety and stress. And it's not just women, men experience anxiety and stress, but there is a study that's been done around anxiety and stress and how that affects libido. So while women can cope with it and they sort of rationalize by talking and speaking to their friends, speaking to their husbands, speaking to people, that's their way of sort of starting to cope with it. When there's elevated anxiety and stress, it then affects sleep and then affects their bodies, and it has got a negative impact on the libido. So then again, with that already there, then you also have a husband who's not very good at communicating and seduction. So it becomes this recipe of very disaster, basically. So it's hard for women in that perspective, because when it comes to stress, you have to find a mechanism to cope. Whereas with guys, it's a little bit different. When we started experiencing stress, most guys, when they discovered porn, that became the stress reliever. So they'll go and watch porn, whack one out, and then everything is all good. They can forget about the troubles for the next sort of 30 minutes because they're feeling amazing about themselves. So there's this side of things when it comes to guys, when it comes to stress and coping with stress. And then some guys also, they do destructive behaviors like drugs, drinking, and so on. So I'm not saying that the way women cope with stress is bad, or it's Western guys are just as bad, because nobody has really been taught how to cope with anxiety and stress. And that's one of the contributors when it comes to women's low libido, because it's the overwhelm of the things that a woman has to do in terms of looking after the children, making sure that the house is in order in terms of cooking, cleaning and tidying. And then also, if you're a working professional, then you have to deal with bosses and deal with people that you're working with. So there's so much on the plate happening, and the last thing that you want sometimes is to go and have sex, because the environment that is being trying to be created in it's already an environment of chaos, and this is one of the key things. So if you can create an environment of playfulness within your house, an environment of just joy and happiness, then that actually starts changing things. And one of the key things that both men and women can do in order to change is actually starting to exercise, starting to train their minds and really start releasing endorphins. Because when you train and exercise, that's what you do. It's painful when you're doing it, but when you complete, it releases this chemical feel-good feelings within your mind. It builds confidence within yourself. Then it also makes you feel happy. When you feel happy, then your relationship goes into a process where you're contributing to the relationship, because sometimes you feel like you're being beaten up by life, and when you go home, you're both seeking some sort of way of that other person to remove all this baggage that you've been carrying all day. So, and your husband is looking for you to release this stress off them, and then you are looking to get them to release stress, and then you're both trying to take, and there is nothing to take from because none of you are already happy or are not having that momentum of feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. But when you create that, then you're now both in a place where you're giving within the relationship. And when you do that, it actually becomes very exciting because you are in a process of contribution. You're both contributing with very good vibes, very playful vibes, and really everything that is going on within life. When you've got a happy house, seduction and sex becomes a high priority because you just want to keep connecting in that way, and you're looking to even connect even deeper every single time. And this becomes very exciting within the relationship because when you can have a happy relationship in your house, it actually starts transforming everything else that happens even outside of the house. So if you are happy at home, it means that you're more productive at work, you're more focused, you're more determined to really be successful, and everything that you're desiring and trying to chase comes back to how happy you make yourself feel. But sometimes we sort of ignore that. We just focus on what's making us feel bad, and then we continue feeling bad, and then it just breeds this continuous cycle of unhappiness, which then breeds into our relationship, into our sex life, into even parenting as well. So this is one of the key indicators, and I'm not speaking for women because I do not know what it feels like to be a woman, so I might be understating it and oversimplifying it, and I apologize if that's how it comes across. But if you see where I'm coming from with this, is that countless women that have done this. In fact, some women have joined salsa classes in order to just either break away from just being a mom and doing something different that is new. And then, or they've joined dance classes, they've joined boxing classes, things that are sort of really out of the comfort zone. But as they learn, they get confident, they get happy, they feel happy about themselves. And that's women's side. And for men, I joined Muay Thai, and it's one of the things that makes me excited because it's something new, it's something exciting, and it keeps me motivated. So, and because I'm feeling happy about myself, it becomes very infectious for my wife, and it's infectious for my children, and we're experiencing moments of real connection because I'm fully engaged in what they're doing. So this is an advice, and I hopefully this is helpful. Normally I would say go to a website but that's mainly for men. But if you are a man, go to www.deadbedroomrevival.com, and you will get a guide for seduction over there. And then you also get a Facebook group link where we'll be send you to a Facebook group where we'll be giving you trainings, video trainings on some of the tactics that we're talking about. And this is just sort of 30,000 foot view of what we'll be teaching. We start going into depth in terms of behavior and some of the behaviors that are actually causing you to be in a sexless marriage and keeping you in a sexless marriage. So thank you very much. See you soon. Take care.